I've been giving to you.
Well, good morning, Samantha. Dog food, biscuits at the store, pig's ear, spoiled. So guys, once again, it is time to get you up to speed. So you can see this whiteboard behind us. If you saw the Envoy that we had in the shop, we just sold that whole whiteboard worth of work on this customer car. So we're gonna be busy. Yesterday, I had a few friends stop by. Orville is back to work on the drift car again, and I wasn't prepared to film yesterday. So we should have got some stuff of him working on the Mustang out in the parking lot, because as you remember, last time he was up here for the last drift event, we missed the event and the car was so screwed up suspension wise that we couldn't even get it back in the shop. So he had to fix it out there. Then we're gonna roll it in here once I get this thing out of here, which might be a couple days because we have a laundry list of things to do on this. And as you saw that clip in the beginning of this video, my buddy Bryce, who owns Lakes Country Wraps and Tint, he does vehicle wraps, and he was here with his beautiful Celica. I'd just like to kind of do a video of that car and the progression that it's made. It's been wrapped like 5 times. As his skills have gotten better, he's redone that and kind of perfected that car. It's kind of like a matte black emerald green right now, so that's really cool. He's done some interior work on it. That car has been through its struggles. It's been in a couple accidents, one being snow winter time, the other one a lady actually backed into him. So that would be a great video to get on the channel. Stuff we got coming up: we are going to film Driftoberfest this weekend. So it is currently Tuesday, and this weekend we are going to be filming Driftoberfest. So that is going to be super awesome. It's going to be the last event on the docket for Orville and the Drift Mustang this year. So I'm excited to see how the Scotty D angle kit goes, all of that good stuff. Like I said, we kind of struggled last time. A couple other things I have to bring to you is we're going to do the Milwaukee Tool giveaway, right? And I filmed a whole video last week, and then my microphone didn't work. So I am super excited to give away this Milwaukee tool right here. No, I'm kidding. This would be super awesome though, don't you think? There's no way to say you're appreciated as a subscriber like a Milwaukee pen marker. So the giveaway was for hitting 2,000 subscribers, and I was just talking to my buddy Lucian, who you've seen on the channel before. He helps us get those fancy shots, and he actually sent me something from years ago when we first got 15,000 views on the channel. And it just made me go look, and I looked at the analytics, and in the last 28 days we've had 58,000 views, or 54,000 views on the channel in the last 28 days, and our total views over the life of the channel is 401,000 and some change. So super grateful to have all you guys that support the channel and watch and comment. And this Milwaukee tool giveaway is going to be the bit driver sets. You got lots of different bits, and you have adapters and some little nut drivers, stuff like that, a couple drill bits. So this is something that I love having in my toolbox. It's nice and small. I do have a giant Mac master set, and it's nice, but it's kind of bulky to take around. So I usually keep one of these in the truck, have one in the toolbox. And when I do these giveaways, I try to think of things that I actually use and really like, and of course isn't junk. Milwaukee makes awesome tools, so I'm excited to give this away. Barry Golden, you are the winner of the Milwaukee tool giveaway for 2,000 subscribers. So thank you so much for all of your in-depth comments all the time and support and following the channel. So I will be in contact with you, and we will get this shipped out to your house. Congratulations. Someday, you guys, I hope, you know, as the channel keeps growing, I can give away better and better stuff. But I really appreciate everyone that comments down below and leaves like an in-depth comment about, you know, the conversation we're having, the project that we have. All of that is much appreciated. So Barry, I will be in contact with you, and we will get this shipped out to you. So the last thing that I wanted to kind of get you up to speed on, you guys, and then we're just going to hang out, work on some cars, see where the day brings us. We're waiting for Orville to show up from the hotel. Hopefully he brings me some biscuits and bacon. That was my request. He's going to use the shop and tools to work on the car, right? The least he could do is bring me some bacon. So about a week ago, I put on a short on the channel, which is something I've been experimenting with, those shorts. All of this pallet wood behind me that we have recovered, and I told you to take a guess on what we were doing with it. So I'm going to put a little time lapse in here, and I want you to think about this one more time, and then I'll flip you around. We're going to talk about all of this stuff. Don't have any ideas yet, I'm going to tell you about this harebrained project right now. So you see this pallet behind me. This is what I started with, and I broke them all down into this, and this is kind of haphazardly organized. So I'm gonna flip you around. We'll just kind of go over this stuff, tell you what we're doing. So like I said, this is what we started with, and I wish all of them would have been this nice because I could use about every single piece on this pallet. But you can see over here, this is what we got. We got some miscellaneous long pieces in there as well. So first we got the pieces where there's cutouts for the forklift. So we'll talk about what we're gonna do with those once we get into this project a little bit more. Then we got all of this decking here, which is going to be the floor of our project. You can see a bunch there and a bunch there. Then over here we got a lot of these posts that are nice solid wood. We got a whole bunch of them, some short ones down there. Most of them are pretty long. These are just little scraps that I had saved, but you can see all of these thick pieces that we have here. So we took these, we got this pile, and what the plan is with this, you guys, is we're gonna make a flatbed for the old work truck. So the truck has been really good to me over the last couple of years. I put about 80,000 miles on it, and it needs a little bit of love. The box has one of those drop-in plastic bed liners, and the box is falling apart. So I've used plumber's tape, you know, that metal strapping, and like sucked it back together and screwed self-tappers in there, and those have all rusted out now. So basically that plastic bed liner is the only thing holding it together. So I was like, you know, it's still at the end of the day only a few $1,000 truck. It's cheaper than a new one. If you saw that video a few weeks ago, we just did a bunch of maintenance on the truck. It's been good to me. Hasn't really caused me any issues at all. Minus last week we had a little scare, a little overheating concern because that $5 stupid plastic nipple on the firewall for the heater core let go, and obviously we lost all our coolant. But everything's been good since then. We did a leak down test, did a few other things, flushed out all the coolant, fixed those fittings. I replaced them with some brass because it blows my mind that something that's going to get all these heating and cooling cycles, you know, why make it out of plastic? So you're telling me you make this part out of plastic, it's $5, and you're going to blow up an engine because eventually it's going to fail and break and get brittle? Anyway, I always wanted a flatbed on the truck, and this way I have $0 into this. Even behind all of this pallet wood, I have two bed frames that I took apart and salvaged all the angle iron, so I think I'm going to use that to do some sort of headache rack. I don't know exactly how that's going to go yet, but of course we're going to be filming all this once we get started on that. And then I'm going to stain it so that it obviously stays nice for as long as possible. And I got 3 examples here for you guys. So what we're going to do is we're also going to stain it for free. So I'm going to flip this over, show you this a little more up close, and tell you how we're going to do that. So you can see these 3 boards right here were just kind of like a little test piece. This one obviously doesn't have anything done to it at all. This one is a mixture of solvent and used oil. This one is also a mixture of solvent and used oil, but first I burnt it with a torch a little bit. So this is kind of what I'm leaning towards. I've experimented a few times putting some ATF on there, and that also looks really nice, gives it a little more of a red tint, but I don't know if that's exactly what I want. So I think we're just going to stick with the used oil and diesel mixture, and then after a few days you can touch it, nothing really happens. The first couple days after I did this, you do this and you'd have oil all over your fingers, but it is soaked in pretty well. And you can see, especially as you back up, that just gives it a really nice look. You know, it looked like this, or that piece on the end, and now it looks like that. So that is what all this is for. So that was what I had for you, just to kind of get you up to speed on what's going on in the shop and on the channel. Now we're gonna wait for Orville to show up. I'm waiting on parts to show up for this thing. So just hang out, relax. We're gonna bring you along on the Mustang, on some customer cars, and yeah, so sit back and enjoy. So one of the things we are doing on this truck is a driveline service. That fluid smells terrible. It looks like it hasn't been changed in forever. I didn't even have to use the hammer. It just kind of fell off of there, which is really rare. Usually these things are like cemented to the axle housing. So yeah, now what we're gonna do, we got our silicone, and those are all the bolts in the grip mat, and we have the super scraper. So get this off of here, clean it up, put it back on, move on to the transfer case and the front differential. So we got the cover off, obviously. I started scraping away the big chunks. Probably have to come back in here with a brass brush. And here's the inside of the cover. So we're gonna take this guy over to the bench grinder and get that cleaned up. You can see we got a decent amount of material on the magnet inside this differential. There's quite a bit of glitteries in there, so It's a whole ridge down here, all this, so we're gonna get this all fixed up. O'Reilly's Auto Sharks. Well, look who finally decided to get out of bed. What are you doing?
Trying to get these coilers adjusted.
I just want everyone to be aware that he said he was going to be here super early, and it is now 10:04 in the morning. What kind of asshole friends you got, man? I got a nice shop, nice lift, and you're out here working in the parking lot.
Oh, you're busy?
Yeah. Where's my bacon?
Oh, it's up there. I grabbed your kickstart.
Bacon. Bacon, 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 bacon. Bacon, 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 bacon. Yeah! Next time we have to do this, we won't struggle like we did last time.
Yeah.
She said I'm supposed to thump you.
Oh, God.
So hopefully this goes better than our last endeavor with the car last trip up here.
Yeah.
You know, we're going to do a test drive, guys. I don't know how you. That is a tiny steering wheel.
I know, right?
Looks like your doinker.
Yeah. I just grab it by the nuts.
Welded diff life. We've already made it farther than the first time.
I don't know what we're scraping on.
Exhaust.
Maybe. Oh, that new clutch setup is so nice. The pedals you built. For my short ass Hobbit legs. Transmission feels okay. What is this place right here?
That I don't know.
I was about ready for some reason to whip it right there, and I'm like, what are you doing? It's illegal. Yeah, I try to be a law-abiding citizen.
Alright. That clutch is stiff now.
Yeah. Windshield wiper's no good.
Feels like the clutch is dragging a little bit.
Does it?
Like just a little. Like
It might be. It's crazy hair.
Alright guys, so we just got to the shop because obviously I don't have an alignment rack, so we took the Drift Mustang, Orville's car, to a local shop to get an alignment done. They do drift car alignments after hours, so that was pretty cool. So we're wandering here, show you kind of what we got going on.
So just let me know whatever specs you kind of want to target. I can't do anything with the caster. You can. You just have to switch the way your plates are installed. If you switch them.
So there she is, doing alignment things because I can't afford a $60,000 alignment machine.
Where it came in at from the previous event, and this is where it ended at. Actually 0, so I mean factory would be pretty much close. Right, okay. Because these heads just will not allow,
They don't
when you
pick
have
it up.
60 degrees, it's going to hit either back here or this is going to hit. So you
okay.
can't do a 80-degree caster sweep. You're going to do like a 10-15 degree caster sweep, something like that.
Yeah.
With zero camber or a bunch of negative camber, like your car's not going to drive, right?
Right.
Like that's kind of self-explanatory, I guess. But
Yeah, that
some
wouldn't
people
be.
know that type of stuff.
Actually eyeballed this.
5.7 to 5.6, you
I-
can't really get
yeah.
a whole lot better cross.
string was okay. Is that
Yeah, that's really good. 4.7 to 4.9 a caster, like that's incredible. We didn't use a string.
Wow.
We literally eyeballed this and used
No, we had a Harbor Freight protractor, remember?
Oh yeah, the Harbor Freight protractor. We never used it.
No,
though.
that's really good.
Slight little issue.
And
You can see in there where the brake line is, it looks shiny.
for whatever reason, when we took everything apart, and so when I pulled it out, it was.
A little longer than a few minutes later.
Just walking into the parts store, guys. Look what we got here. Thing is filthy. Hit him up, see if he wants to do a review. All right, so it is clearly the next day. We just got this quick strut installed on this side of the Envoy, and I really don't care for this design. It's kind of like a pinch bolt set up on the bottom, much like you would have on your ball joint. And then down here, it slides onto this bolt. Well, it's not really a bolt because there's a rubber bushing in this portion of the lower control arm, and this is integrated into it. So when you're trying to take this off, it's just conical shaped. I'll show you on the other side, but it pulls on that bushing, and if these things are worn out, you could potentially destroy the bushing. So we applied some heat here and we're able to get it off. This other side, we're gonna go ahead and reassemble. You can see what I mean right here. It's kind of cone shaped and it's all integrated into this bushing in here, right? So they tend to get stuck, and then once you get them out, the bottom of the shock, more often than not, gets stuck in here. So you have to, you know, be careful with heat on a shock absorber or a quick strut, obviously, but you can heat it up, and then I usually stick a chisel in here, and then I pound it out. I wire wheeled out the inside, and then I put some Vaseline on the inside of there and down in here. So we're gonna assemble this side.
Scalpel. What is that? That looks like some kind of
Something busted off of the,
like a nozzle.
maybe it's off of here.
Oh, nice. Thanks, dog.
Dude, I told you, we have a shop. What are you doing out here?
Can't get it into the shop.
What?
It's too low to the ground.
Can't get it in. Do you have that problem a lot?
No, not too much.
So guys, we're just running some last minute errands today. It is the last event of the drift season this weekend. So we've spent the week trying to balance customer cars and the drift car, get the Mustang ready to go. And if you remember last time he was up here, we actually didn't make the event. We installed the Scotty D Racing angle kit on the Mustang, and it ended up being a lot more work than we thought it was going to be. We were up until about 5 in the morning the night before the event. So like the event started at 8 o'clock in the morning and we were up until 5, and we just didn't make it. Car wasn't dialed in. So we went and got an alignment done this week, and you know, we just had some piddly stuff to dial in with the car, but it's awesome. He actually drove it out to the event, if that tells you how the car is set up at all. You know, it was at least straightened out enough to where last time we tried to take it down the alley past my shop and it was like basically undrivable. Like getting it back to the shop was a complete pain. So we've just been trying to balance that and my customer cars. I'm not gonna lie to you guys, I am a hurting unit this morning. We've been swamped all week, which is a great problem to have, but it's been super labor intensive and my shoulders hurt, my back hurts. I don't feel so great this morning. So I put a metric ass ton of Icy Hot on, and we're just kind of running some last minute errands. I got to go to the shop, get the spare wheels and tires for the drift car. I got to pick up a few other things for us this weekend. We got to go load up the camper, you know, just a lot of little stuff to get done. So, and then obviously Monday is just back to normal and we'll be in the shop working. But I wanted to get this video out to you guys this week, and one, obviously announce who won the 2,000 subscriber giveaway. Once again, congratulations to Barry Golden. I will be in contact with you. We'll get that to you in some way, shape, or form. And I just wanted to show you what's coming up on the channel, all of that good stuff, and just kind of get you up to speed. So thanks for watching the video, you guys. If you enjoyed the content, drop a comment down below and subscribe, of course, if you have not already. That really helps me out. Thanks for watching, guys, and we'll see you next time.